What's up, YouTube? Shawn DaGamer here, and we're here to talk about Dragon Ball Super episode, what is it, 64? We're talking about that. This episode was a fun episode. It wasn't like over the past couple of weeks, the last episodes have been so action-packed, especially like episodes, I say 62 through, like 61 through 63 have been really, really good. And now we get 64, which is just like a kind of a, I don't want to say nothing happened, a lot happened in this episode, but it just wasn't as action packed as the last couple episodes. If I had to compare this episode to anything, it'd be kind of like it was kind of an anticipation factor, really, with this episode of Dragon Ball Super, because we all knew the fusion at the end was coming. A lot of people probably thought it was going to happen like early in the episode, in the middle of the episode. No, that's not how TV works. So they fused at the end of the episode, but before we got there, the episode itself started off where we kind of left off, Vegeta and Goku Black having dialogue, and I'm just sitting here like, why, Vegeta? After everything that we've been through, if there's one thing that I've learned from Dragon Ball Z, is it is the second time Vegeta has, probably even the third, that Vegeta has just let somebody get stronger just so he can try to test his abilities. And now look, and every time it ends up in like some type of fusion or some type of scenario. He did this against Cell. Oh, you can get stronger? Go do it. What are you waiting for? Got me fighting you in your second stage. You all weak and stuff. Go Digivolve. Go evolve. Go find you a Moonstone. Go find you an Android. I'll help you. And then I don't know if he kind of played around with Majin Buu, but he did everything he could against Majin Buu, so I ain't gonna say that. But it just, you know, even probably back on like Namek and stuff, like he was like, okay, kill me, hurt me, blow a hole through my chest, I'm gonna get a Zenkai boost, and then we're gonna do this. And they just kind of blew a hole in his chest and left him. Or, you know, the boost didn't work the way he thought it was, so that kind of hindered him a little bit. Well, it helped a little bit, but I think right after that he got his ass whipped by Raccoon and stuff. So I'm just saying, and now we're doing this with Zamasu and Goku Black. He had the opportunity to, I don't know if he could have finished Goku Black at that time, but he could have, you know, not allowed what happened in this episode to what happened. So basically, Vegeta and Black are fighting. Zamasu and Goku are, you know, kind of sparring and things like that, while Trunks okay, let's talk about this. Trunks learned the Mafuba via YouTube tutorial. So Bulma wised up. Alright, so Goku forgot the Sensu beans. He's learning the Mafuba. But okay, Piccolo knows the Mafuba. So just in case, let me record him on my phone. That's what she did. So it is so funny. I really love this scene. It's probably gonna be the thumbnail. I love this scene. This was like my favorite scene of the episode, was Piccolo attempting the Mafuba via YouTube tutorial, and Trunks looks at it because Bulma wants Trunks to do it, and he's like, "This doesn't show me anything." And it's just so funny because it's just like a little slice of life moment, because if you watch YouTube tutorials and things like that, it's like, I don't get it. So you gotta watch like 3 or 4 videos. So there should have been a video of like TN doing it, and then the right video of Master Roshi doing it. I love it. But it actually does work. Trunks, so Bulma tries to seduce. Okay, before that, Goku Black, you know, he stabs himself. He's talking to Vegeta, and Vegeta's like, he says, "Oh, so you're just tapping into your rage? That's just a primitive way of powering up. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Let's see what happens when I tap into my anger." So he takes the blade, stabs himself in the hand, pulls out a death scythe. I'm like, I love him. I love Goku Black. Then he swings it. Vegeta uses instant transmission, gets out the way. I know he didn't really use instant transmission. Vegeta's super fast now. He gets out the way. It's like, nigga, he didn't even try with that swing. Opens up that big rift we saw in the sky. And then what it really is, it's like a, I don't know if it's a portal to another dimension. It's not really explained what it is, because even Goku Black says, I don't know. I just did it. I love it. He says, I don't know. There you go. and then somehow they end up inside of it, and in this area, their powers to sense ki, their powers are being tampered with and things like that. So Goku can't sense Trunks' ki to just zap out. So I wasn't really paying attention how they got in there. I had company last night, like always. I had company this whole weekend. So anyways, took a minute to get out. Once Zamasu actually got sealed by Trunks, that's when Goku Black, who is like finding a way to form all these like, you know, shadow clone jutsus, notices that there's something wrong with Zamasu's ki. He pops out with the rift gone because of Goku Black not being there anymore. Vegeta tells Goku to follow behind, so pops out, and Zamasu's like, fuck this shit. Zamasu's like, this nigga just put me in a fucking grape Kool-Aid jar, in the goddamn grape jelly jar, and I'm tired of this. A mortal put me in a grape jelly jar. You know what? I'm done. I'm done. He I don't even think he consults Goku Black. Goku Black is just sitting there, like, he's putting the earring on. I was having fun. Just because you got put in the pickle jar doesn't mean we got a feud. So Zamasu pops that earring on the other ear, and they're all just sitting there looking. Ooh, he's playing with his earring, and I'm like, I can't right now. I can't with these idiots. Why are they letting them do this? So, end of the episode, they merge. Yada yada yada. Oh, another funny thing that happened in this episode was Bulma trying to flirt with Zamasu. Like, hey, you can stop this now. I'll be your queen. If doesn't that make me a goddess if we hook up and things like that? But Zamasu wasn't having it, and then she gets yoked up, and then that induces the rage that allows Trunks to go into his demigod form. It doesn't have official name, so I'm just gonna call it a demigod form. Goes into his demigod form, seals up Zamasu, and then that's when everything else happens. So this episode, it was fun. It wasn't boring. It did its job. It progressed the story in a way. It was one of those episodes that didn't have a lot of action but had action. If I could compare it to anything, it was like the episode of The Walking Dead where it was just more intense, where they went into one of Negan's side compound. Oh, that's a spoiler because I can't really say how that is. They went into that compound where they thought Negan was with all the ammo that the Hilltop told them about, and they just went in and started slowly killing everybody. That's what this episode kind of reminded me of, not in the gruesomeness, but just in a way of it's stuff happening, but not okay. No. It's kind of more like the episode when Jesus met Daryl and Rick for the first time, where there's stuff happening, but it's not serious stuff happening. And then in the next episode, that's when all the seriousness is going to start happening, where Goku and Vegeta seemingly get their ass whooped, because if you look at the end of the next episode preview, you see Goku and Vegeta on the ground with Trunks and everybody standing above them with Lord Zamasu. Like, so I think that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. Recap: next week they're gonna get their ass whooped. I think next week is called Divine Judgment. Yada. Face the wrath of Fuse Zamasu or Merge Zamasu or something like that. It's gonna be a very fun episode next week. And then maybe in episode 66, 67, one of the episodes, we will start getting a more clear view of what the ending of this arc will be, whether somebody goes back in time to get... Okay, I didn't mention this, but the seal didn't work because... the Mafuba didn't work because they forgot to seal at Roshi's house, like the talisman seal. They forgot that, so that's how he was able to break out. I just need to throw that in there as well. But we're starting, whether if Mafuba's going to end this series, whether we're going to see Super Saiyan Blue Vegito Gogeta, or some type of new fusion, or are we going to see Trunks, the fusion between Trunks and Vegeta from Dragon Ball Heroes. So a lot of possibilities, but like always, if you have not already, please use all the links in the description down below, where Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twink. What the hell is Twink? Twitch will always be linked in the description down below. As you can see, we're using the new subtitles for the end of this video as well. So there should be a link to our Hell in a Cell prediction video, which airs later on tonight. And there also should be a playlist for everything Dragon Ball Super and Dokkan Battle related. Also hit that link as well. Subscribe if you have not already with the little circle in the middle. So with all of that being said, I am Shawn DaGamer, and I am out of here.